Hey guys, so we're back here, and I'm just going to go away. Anyway, so Funny Color was revealed, and I just completely forgot all about it. But we do have the it units, and I guess the pairings. The pairings are like in-game notifications, and just me trying to find the in-game notifications was a nightmare. Trying to get on. But anyway, Funny Gauntlet ticket kicks in about 2 days. Instead of that, with the purring, so I'll cover the purrings and I'll talk about my odds, which will be the odds on favorite and stuff like that. Because we got a few. So I really wish I could see the hit. So we'll start off with kind of kick off one here. Dual Core Ninja Full Act. So here, the Green Cavalier units, actually from November last year. So yeah, I just went and got this random wigging stuff like that. So yeah, they were November odd. So you go away odd. So yeah, so just for clarification, when anyone wants to know, Duraskull is grants another action. Grants you another action and maybe use it if they're active. It's a once per map, by the way, so you can't reuse it. And stuff like that. So one of my so probably say straight to the bot. Here's your stats if you want to look at them. So let's just go through what they really have at the end here. So ninjas just scroll. Speed +4, inflicts defense rest -4 on themselves. If they initiate combat, they strike twice. Also, if they outspeed the foe, deal 7% of the damage. Means difference to the stats if they outspeed the foe. I believe that still works with Fountain Speed, by the way. So, yeah. Then they have rally up defense plus defense +6 to target and allies in 2 spaces of target, excluding himself. They have no special, but they have attack speed +4, start a comp. So, just the kit generally works well. They're pretty good unit. And then you have joint drive. So, very solid dual unit. My reason for saying go for them is they're a dual unit. They're in seasonal banner. You're not going to get them in more than you need to. So, obviously, worthwhile saying, yeah, they're first place. Fallen Edelgard. What do I really need to cover up her here? She's good. She's strong. And she's a colorless and not an armor beast. That's about it. She's in the general pool, so fair enough. If you're going to pick Fallen Edelgard because you like Edelgard, I'm not going to judge you on that one, but I'm just going to point that out. Yeah, she's colorless, she's armored, she's a beast. Ignoring all this, she's got very decent stats, so yeah. Her when she transforms, okay, oh god, no. Yeah, when she transforms, she's got this encounter, and she also has attack +2. She's got damage reduction for the first attack. She's generally just a hard-hitting defensive unit. And yeah, so and there's attack defense ideal and stuff like an armor wheel. She's generally a good unit. And that doesn't mean that, and if she's on her, she gets moving next year. So she's generally good. And like I said, the only benefit, I guess, if you want to pick her, is again, she's an armor, she's a colorless unit, she's a base, she's an armor unit, and like Edelgard, that's really just it compared to Corn, where I can see, yeah, if you like Free House, you like Corn or Elise, you can take it over in this one, in that one. They're Cavalier, the Green Tome, they got a dual skill. Like, there's more on Corn than there is compared to Edelgard, just straight up. I'm going to be honest here. Also, Edelgard has not got a good track record when it comes to ZCO Rises, by the way, so will this year be any difference? We'll see. Next off, Legendary Sigurd. I mean, straight to the bat, he's a legendary unit, so instant value. Red Sword Cavalier, so not bad. His element, I believe, was fire. Doesn't show here, sadly. I really wish the site gives us what the blessings were in these legendary heroes, but they don't. So yeah, so I also have to find Sigurd Holy Knight. Was that? That's the wrong one. Sorry. Fated Holy Knight Sigurd. My apologies. This is the actual unit. Okay, no, this then. Yeah, it's wind and allies get free hits. Okay, my mistake. This is the unit. Weirdly enough, I think when I first looked at it was a bit weird. But yeah, legendary, wind unit, free health, and I believe assistant counter built in. He's generally a good all-rounder. And he's good against magic units. He's got power up as well, so there's a lot to go with this unit. So let's just ignore use. Yeah, I think so. It's Hollow Turving, Stealth Special Golden Trigger. If it full has 75% above health, he gets a buff to his stats, and he's guaranteed to follow attack. And you have a foe range if he needs to come or foe range 2, reduce damage by the first attack by 40%. And he has Holy Night, which has an inbuilt passive that can move one extra space. Boost damage by 20% of his attack, and then he can buff allies. So brilliant stuff. Did he not have defense? No, he doesn't. Okay, never mind. My mistake. I probably had this encounter, but no. He basically just reduces a lot of damage, and he's Spell Smoke, which basically prevents you from healing. So, and he has Catch. So if the foe is getting weakened or full health, if they have debuff or their full health, buffs himself. So let's say Sigurd, pretty good. Yeah, no, look, just not gonna complain. Like that's a straight up plus. 4. Oh yeah, but I'll talk about what my potential picks are at the end. By the way, so 4, a mythic hero. By the way, so immediate value. OC. She's astral, which during new sessions an ally gets +5 health and +5 defense. Also, if in infrared, she can be an extra. If you're doing the infrared, she gets an extra. She gets to be in your extra slot. So that's another thing. She's a very offensive. She's a very good unit. I've used her, so that's a thing. So I think out of the 4 units we covered over here, I've had Eligard on the top 4. So far, so good. Her Warlord Mjolnir can also be strong against armored units. She gets as long as her HP is 24% start of combat. Attack plus 6. Debuff souls by 6 attack, and she's guaranteed to make a follow attack. And if she's not just an ally, no bonuses from the foe. Simple as that. Bonfire, she's got a solid defense, so it works for her. She's got the push, so she can up her damage. But she is an increase in attack defense, while she's above 25% HP. But takes damage. But you can mitigate it with the mythic boost, Sigurd Seal. That's good. Flow Guard, she needs combat. She neutralizes effects that prevents use her follow attack and colon charge -1 on the foe. Then her unique skill is Warbreaker. That grants special golden charge +1 per attack during combat and to unit and allies in 2 spaces. So she's good for buffing her ally, increasing the speed on her allies special. So very solid. So there's a good one. And entry was in the same banner, but wouldn't release in time as 4. So another mythic hero. She was considered a legendary hero for some reason. She's a flying green unit. Fire buff. Allies get for +3 health. And she's a standard dual effect on power up. She's on reduction. And if you've been probably noting this as a lot of my runs in this thing, you've seen me run damage reduction as a viable strategy. It's strong. Just gets Kanto 2 during turns 1 to 4. And she's not just an ally. Attack rest +6 on the foe. And she's getting a follow attack. And she also gets attack +3 by default. So, yeah. And Kanto 2 is just like if she attacks assist skill or structure destruction, she moves 2 spaces. That's turns 1 to 4. What does she else got? She's got Dragon Fang. Also 50% of her attack. Then attack res solo. If she's on her own, attack res +7. And her union was Define Recreation. At the start of combat, if foe sees speed above 50%, inflicts attack speed advantage res -4 on foe during combat. And reduces damage by foe's first attack by 30%. And then boosts her next attack by the total damage reduced by any source, including other skill. So, yeah. This is what I'm talking about, like, high damage reduction. When she works with damage, she's good. So, yeah. Very solid. If you can set it up, that damage reduction is going to be nuts. Hell, I would even say, maybe if you're brave enough, everything that damage reduction you might have, replace this attack speed rest solo with close counter, and then put more damage restriction onto her, and watch her flat. Watch that go off. Or put a unit with Savior is your pick. And then we have Legendary Male Byleth. And yes, I have to be specific here because we also have Legendary Female Byleth. But this is the only one. This is the one that ended up in the gauntlet. So, yep. And he was fairly. Here he got fairly good buffs. So, the Green Tone Water Unit plus 3 health to all allies during the session. So let's just cover up what he can do. Professor Sex is a special clone trigger. If he uses combat orders on 2 speeds with an ally, attack speed defense rest plus 5, and if he outspeeds the foe, neutral effect affects the guaranteed foe's swap attack and prevents his. And then allies also receive the same effect. So he can be a support unit. Oh, then he has Sublime. So yeah, so now about thing. Sublime Heaven is boost damage by 25% attack. If it's Dragon or Beast foe, it's 50 instead of 25, and disables non-special skills that reduce damage by X. Probably one of the fewer ways that you're going to go over. Get over things like Flynn, Niffle, and Almine is becoming one of the things, so it just bypasses those effects, basically. Then Adele, so 100% of their bonus, he's buffed himself. And then he's low, so attack rest minus 3 on the foes, and neutralize bonuses, plus time pulse 3, which cooldown count minus 1, which means this is instant because Professor Sex brings it down to 1, and then that brings it down to 0, so he's guaranteed Sublime Hammer every turn. So, fairly solid unit, so I'm going to say you can pick a pick. Then we have the Asura Duo. Also, apologize if I'm being very fast here. These are very recent unit. This is a very recent unit, actually. I say it was mid-January on mid-January that this unit came out, so I'm gonna just strip say solid unit. Not gonna complain. And we'll see. So it's a harmonized unit, by the way, so Path of Variance and Fates are going to be the exceptional. We're going to Inception. Resonant Blade just gives unit grants another action to the highest HP ally in 2 spaces, and Resonant Blade's attack speed plus 4 during combat for 1 turn. So yeah, and they can use it without Synchro Dance. Sorry, yeah, so Power Greens from Fates, so yep. A Chris Core and Resonant Battle, that's fine. The Green Toon Cavalier unit, so we're seeing that being a thing. So here's the weird thing. So Dancing Flame is when Singer dances used. Attack speed defense rest plus 6 to each ally for 1 turn, including the ally that gets the dance. The Star Combat, their HP is 25%, attack speed plus 6, so they can rather fight back themselves. And Graves is grants another action to target ally, and if they are in finished flying, they move 1 extra space. So again, you burn these up pretty solid. Then they have Fury, more attack defense, more buffs to the stats, but also they take damage out of combat. You can probably maybe get this to a 2 with Mythic Boost. Unfortunately, I can't remember if Mythic Boost 4, which does 8, but can't really. And then Speed Rest Fire Trance, so they have counter remaining, and Speed Rest minus 3 on the foe. And then Crossbar Res, so they buff allies in cardinal directions by 5 res, so again, very solid unit. Probably the reason why they're not high up is because, again, they're fairly recent, so yeah. Still mind these odds, he's just randomly doing things. And finally, we have Drager, who's also racing New Year's banner, by the way. And another solid unit, blue? Yeah, I believe she was blue bow flying unit or green bow, sorry. So the thing is, attack speed, defense res, and Pathfinder to unit allies in 5 rows and 5 columns. For Pathfinder, if they move to unit space, it's kind of 0, and they can move with more space instead. So you can really do very powerful shenanigans. It's a once per map effect, by the way. Actually, that's part of the thing you notice. All the dual units have once per map, so you can't reuse them. Which is unfortunate because I think there was a recent unit that came out that recent dual unit had the alternate effect. Yeah, I think Ram did. So yeah, so pretty solid unit. What do they have? Their weapon also has Pathfinder, by the way. Okay, so sales patch are going to trigger if and effect against fire foes. If the initial combat orders from 2 space an ally, attack speed defense -5 on the foe, and inflicts penalty on foe's bonuses to those stats equal to the current bonus equal to current bonuses on themselves. So, buff them, weaken the foe. Effectively good. And like the Death Pathfinder by default. Then I have Luna, which, drops foes, defense, red steps to spec 50%. There's the push skill. I've already talked about it, so no need to talk about it again. It's Twin Wing. At start combat, if their HP is above 25%, speed, defense, -5 and foe, and it affects the guarantees the foe's follow attack and defense stars. And they have attack defense, so pretty solid. On the speed defense rain is just attack defense rain 4, attack defense -4 foes within 2 spaces during combat. But no, fairly solid unit pick. So a lot of these are actually all from mostly this year, so a lot from the last year. So alright, so far solid. And Matt, so I'll talk about my odds and how I feel units are going to go here. So I think the dual units are going to get a good shot. I think Khorne. So one thing I'm going to say is I think Khorne's going to get a decent shot. They're the most voted unit, so I can see them being decent enough. Dagger has a fairly shot for certain reasons, and I will not talk about that any more than I need to. Asura, I think, will also have a fairly solid shot, so I think the dual units are going to get a decent shot. Etri, probably okay. I think it might be a close one. On Byleth, I think will definitely get a good shot. It's a free house character. He's legendary. If things go by, I think he will get a good shot, but I don't know. 4, I think she's got a decent one. I think the pairings may have gives her a bad opportunity. Oh, it's 4 versus Atri, sorry. I have to listen to Kotsuka. So I think it could be a tough choice between those two. They're very close by in votes in this game when it comes to the votes. So Khorne versus Dragger. Oh, it's going to be a hopeful one. I don't know how it's going to work. And Eligard, again, she's had no luck during these voting gauntlets. So we'll see if this actually breaks the mold and she can actually move past the first round. But they're up against the Asura duo, so my money's on the Asura duo right now. But it could be wrong. But yeah, and Sigurd takes on Byleth, so Sigurd has a shot. But honestly, so in terms of my personal preference in the order, I say the dual units are going to have the higher value. Me personally, they're limited. They come around once a year now, so you can't really pick them up like any time of the month. So they're definitely the higher value. Like I said, these two were recently out. If you missed them, perfect chance to get them back. Khorne, and there's November, missed them, perfect chance to get them back. Sigurd, for these 4, they're in Legendary Banner, so we're going to get them back sooner or later. So, but still, if you want them, you can go. You can. I'm not going to fault you. Eligard, I think, has the smallest amount of value going to this because she's in every banner regardless right now. Well, minus legendaries, but you know what I mean. Like she's an all-featured unit now, so maybe that's your reason. You want just to have her as a guaranteed. Fair enough. I'll bypass that, but I'm not gonna lie. I have my own reasons. Because there's 4 units on this I don't have, and I'm definitely going to be picking units that I'm not getting, and I'm just going to leave it at that. So, but honestly, it is your call. I've given you my personal thoughts. if you guys want to give your own personal thoughts on who you think is going to win, or who you're going to pick and why, I'm not going to complain. Just take your pick. Just let me know. I'm curious. It's in 2 days, so we'll see. And our top 4 will be a Hero Fest banner in March sometime. So whoever wins, we're getting for free, and then we're going to Hero Rises. So who knows? Maybe the hero you still wanted out of these 8 may have been top 4, but just about it, and that's it. But yeah, no, let me know what you guys think. I'm going to see you all next time. That's like your phone gunner runs. Bye.